All right, it's Friday. It's Fearless Friday. Live with Nate.
And Ashley.
She's a little slow. That was my fault. This is why we do trial and error, and we are being authentic here. I was supposed to say Nash and then say Nay
And Ashley, yes.
but it's all trial and error. That's why we're here to inspire you all to do this. Get out there and be fearless, be authentic. Everything's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. So come join us and meet some new people so they can get to know you. You can get to know them, and maybe y'all be friends long term. You never know. That's why we're here today. We're here to let you all know that we're being fearless. We're being brave. We don't always think that we're perfect at everything. You see our intro, it was just horrible for a second. We messed it up. Well, it wasn't that horrible. I'm not going to say it was that horrible. Let me claim my fame a little bit. It was okay. What you think, Ashley?
Yeah, we were okay.
We were okay. We're practicing.
Yeah.
So here we are, being fearless, and we want you all to join in. Join the room. The room is open. It should be open for you guys. Let us know that you're here. Comment below. If you watch this on replay, definitely hashtag replay. Again, we are here live, Fearless Fridays, with Nash, Nayan,
Ashley.
Yes, it's 8:40 p.m. Eastern time. We're here till 9:40 p.m. Eastern time because we did start a little late due to some technical difficulties with Facebook, but we are here now, and we want you all to come on in, join the room, comment below, let us know that you're here. We are welcoming you all. We want you guys to get in here and meet some new people. We want you all to get to know others so you guys can connect. A lot of people talking about new friends, how we make new friends. This is the way, because they're coming from behind the keyboard. You know it's a real person. I talk about this catfish all the time, and I believe it. I done had a couple of experiences already. Hey, Michelle, join the room, girl. Let's get to know you. We are speed dating for friends tonight. Yes. Just as a reminder, this is a live recording, so do be mindful of what you say, but be confident in what you deliver tonight. Be fearless, though. Be you. The more you be you, the more authentic friends you'll have. The more you'll get those who like you. You get into these friendships, right, Ashley? And sometimes you don't connect with the person. That person wasn't for you. Hey, how you doing?
Not doing okay, but I'm okay.
We're gonna make it okay tonight, because tonight we having some fun. We're gonna talk about some fun stuff. We're gonna get to know you more. You're gonna get to know us more. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
All right, so we have one person in here, so that's 3 altogether. Let's get to know each other, right? And again, as people come in, we'll get to know them. How's that sound? All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get some topics started. Ashley, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about?
All right, so today, continuing off of last week, we was talking about friendships, relationships, and we kind of dove into friendships. We kind of want to know a little bit more of like, how do you pick your friends? Are you kind of someone who goes into, who likes someone who's like a clubbing person, or are you just more of a church goer? Do you kind of gravitate to those who are drinkers or smokers, a little bit of both? Yeah, what is it? There's a lot of
there's a lot in here. Let's do like a little battle, like a verse this, verse that. So Michelle, tell me, here you got Jennifer, right? Jennifer's into church. No disrespect to anybody whose name is Jennifer. We're just using it as an example, please. I don't know a Jennifer who's into church, but say it is a Jennifer and she's all in the church. She's like, hey girl, I need you to come with me to church every Sunday. Then you get Belinda over here, and Belinda's like, girl, I'm trying to hit the club. Who are you hanging with? Jennifer or Belinda?
So, I don't know how to answer this because, people who are religious, they try to be on the right path, but they still have that, that temptation of doing the other thing, which is clubbing and doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So it's very hard, but I'll probably go with church because partying always gonna be there. You can party at home, you can go party anywhere. I ain't gotta go out to go party. I go home, sit on my couch with a cup of wine, and be good partying by myself.
I hear you.
They go with church.
All right. What about you, Ashley?
Yeah, I'm there with church too. I'm not gonna do the clubbing scene at all. I haven't done it ever, and I don't think I'm gonna start now. But I've been
no clubbing. No clubbing.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't say what kind of club that. Look at y'all being all judgmental. What if I was talking about golf clubbing or something?
Golf clubbing. I'm definitely going to church.
That's a different experience. See, I'm the type of person, I'm adventurous. I like to try new things. So for me, if it was different kind of clubs, I'm definitely going. But I'm in agreement with you all. If it was like the regular, like, hip hop, like just dancing clubs, like nightclubs. Yeah, that's not really my scene anymore. I'm past that. I'll pass on it. I'd rather go to church and get the word for the night or the day, the morning, than to party every weekend. I just ain't. I don't have the energy and the time for it. But I do have some time to get the word and some inspiration. I'll do that.
Yes.
All right. Again, it's Fearless Friday, live with Nash, Nay, and Ash. I'm gonna get it to get a little faster. Maybe it's the deliverance in the video. She's getting it late. Maybe that's what it is. Or am I just fast? We'll see. But here we are, presented by Zoom and Moms. We're here. And the room is open. Please join the room. Again, this is available on replay as it is live, so do be mindful of what you say, but do be confident in what you say. We are here tonight, speed dating for friends. What does that mean? That does not mean that you might find a friend tonight, but it does mean that you're putting yourself out there and allowing others to get to know you, and you get to know them. Again, no matter what somebody say, it might catch your eye and be like, oh, that's my show. Let me hit her up. And if you're here to look for friends, you got to be open to them going into your DM. Don't be somebody who's like, oh no, she's slid into my DM. That's why we're here. We're here so you can get to know people. We have all these other mom groups that we're in, and we're talking to these people via messages, and we don't know who's behind it. But we are here so you can get to know that this is a real person, and you can get to know them, connect, don't connect, whatever. But that's why this platform's here. We're here for you guys to get to know each other and make connections. Again, it's Fearless Friday. We got a moment of silence. The room is open. You are welcome to join in. I see you all watching. Join the room. Don't be scared.
We got a great topic on here to talk about today. So come on.
Yes. So let's talk some more about friendship. Tell me some more about your preference in a friend.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, so you need another scenario. Let's do another scenario. And those who are watching, they can join in. If they like, they like the conversation, join in, tell us your perspective. So let's say we have Brittany. Again, don't know Brittany. Brittany got 4 kids, ages 4, 5, 6, and 0. She just had a newborn. And then you have Leela over here. Leela, she has one kid, right? That's all I'm saying. She had 4 kids. She has 1 kid. Hi, welcome in. So, welcome. Thank you for joining in. We're talking about friendships here. How do we build these friendships? What's your preference in friends? So previously we were talking about, would you rather be with somebody who is into church? You have Jennifer over here who's saying, let's go to church every Sunday. But then you got Belinda over here who's like, girl, let's go to the club every day. Who would you rather hang with?
I like a friend that's spiritual. I don't have to go to church. I can go to the club, I can go to church, but as long as you're spiritual, we're good.
All right, that's what everyone else was saying.
On that a little bit more, because I see that a lot these days. What exactly is spiritual?
Spiritual to me is you believe in God, you believe in a higher power, you meditate, positivity flowing in, negativity flowing out. You don't have to go to church. Some people have bad experiences with churches. I know I, for one, I have. And, some people believe in different religions, not just one hooped up religion. Like me, I believe in different things. Like I believe in the Quran, I believe in Judaism, I believe in Christianity. I believe in different things because all of them can tell you some type of truth. So if you like that, then me and you can get along fine.
Okay.
And can you introduce yourself for us? Let us know who you are and what state are you in tonight?
My name is LaQuanda and I'm from Virginia.
Oh, your camera's breaking up. All I heard was LaQuanda.
I'm LaQuanda from Virginia.
LaQuanda from Virginia. Welcome in. I know you popped right in and I popped right in with a question for you. Welcome into Fearless Fridays and Speed Dating for Friendships, and I welcome you. We have the room open. More people join in. We get to know each other. So we're talking about the verses. So you entered that first one about church, and I was moving into the next one. And I believe, what was I talking about, Ashley?
So I forgot the names, but we had one person on with 4 different kids. They're 4, 5, 6, and 0. We have another age. No, we don't have no age. It's just one child.
Just one child.
To hang out with?
So you have somebody who has four kids, and you have somebody who has 1 kid. And again, you might be like, I hang with both of them, or just like, I'm at that point right now. I only have 1 kid. I'm gonna go with her. I forgot the names too, Ashley, but let's just say Virginia or Rhode Island. 2 states. You got Virginia and Rhode Island, all right? Virginia got 1 kid. You have Rhode Island. She got 4 kids.
I'm rolling with both.
I have 2.
I have 2, so I roll with both.
There we go. What about you, Ashley?
I'm with Virginia. I'm one and done, and I think Virginia's one and done. So my one and her one, and they're playing with each other, and we over here sipping on mimosa somewhere. So that's how I'm playing it.
Yeah, I say both. Honestly, I like, Rhode Island got 4 kids, so she has some experience on managing this, and I commend her for having these 4 kids and surviving. So I want to go learn some things for her. But then also I'll go hang with Virginia because she has 1 kid too, and I only have 1 kid, and we could get some bonded time. Hopefully the kids are around the same age, so they talking and mommy time's over here. Yeah. There we go. Tell me a little more about what kind of friend you're looking for, LaQuanda.
I'm looking for a friend that can keep it real with me, that likes to travel, that can has kids, because I have 2, like I said, and I want somebody that can understand that, because majority of my older friends, they already had their kids and they're graduating from high school and college. So it's kind of like when they want to hang with me, I'm like, I got 2 kids and it's, 5 and 2. So I don't really have that much time for myself. Somebody that likes to text and somebody that likes to check up on me to see how I'm doing, if I'm still alive, to speak positivity in my life, to give me like maybe an encouraging word for the day. That's the type of friend I'm looking for.
All right. So you mentioned somebody who texts. What kind of texting are you looking for? Somebody who texts every day, every week, every month?
It could be every other week. That's
every other week. Mm-hmm. And then what about responses? Because I think this is common in today's society and era. The way we respond. Sometimes people aren't responding until like days or weeks later. What is your take on that? If you have a friend, you have Felicia, and you text Felicia today, which is Friday, Felicia don't text you back until Saturday of next week. What's your take on that? As your friend, as her being your friend.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker. I'm going through that with some of my family members and my old friends that I just, love them from a distance, because I was the one that was always checking on them, and I might not hear from them like 3 months. Like, oh, how you doing? I just text you like a long time ago. And I'm the only one that's checking on you, and you don't see how I'm doing. It might have been an emergency,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think the same. I felt like, there has to be some time in your day to respond back, hey, I'm busy or something. And if it doesn't happen that day, at least the next day or 2 days later, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some time, especially if you're on other social media platforms too. So you had time to skip over my text message, but go onto the app of Facebook and post a post. So to me, I'm not that worthy of a response right now. So maybe I'm not fitting your season, because they do say sometimes friends come with seasons. They're seasonal for a reason. So I'm not in that season right now. Let me know so I could put my energy on a different friendship.
Correct.
That's how I see it. What about you, Ashley?
I am definitely someone who needs response. You know how you are with guys, and when you send a text, you're like right there at the phone, and you want that text like immediate back. That's how you. That's how I am with pretty much anybody I send a text to. So I expect that from my friends as well. So if I don't get that, then I'll be like, yeah, this for the birds.
Well, now we know. We need to respond fast to Ashley, or she's gonna be like, bye.
If it's not that fast, I like at least that day. At least that day. When it comes to my friends, I don't give it that, do as much pressure as it is with a guy. But it got to be that day though. Or else it's just, yeah.
All right. Again, it is 8:58 p.m. Eastern Time. We are here live on Fearless Friday through Zoom in Moms with Nash, Nay, and Ash. I'm going to just say it for. We are in here. We speed dating for friendships. We have LaQuanda in the house. She's from Virginia. You said you have 2 children?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
boy
I have
and girl?
a boy and a girl.
How old are they?
My son is 5 and my daughter is 2. She'll be 3 in August.
Oh, August what? My son's born in August.
Okay, she's August 2nd.
August 11th. They're Leos. The Leos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about long distance friendships. Have you all ever had a long distance friendship? Like, we're all in different states. I'm in Massachusetts. Ashley's in Georgia, and you're in Virginia. Have you ever had a long-term friendship with someone and maintain that friendship?
Not really. I used to live in Georgia and went to college, and me and this girl was really close. And throughout the years, it's just like we fell by the wayside, you know. And my best friend, she just moved to North Carolina, but I talked to her, not like we used to, but I talked to her. So I don't have a problem with long distance friendship as long as, you know, you respond. Respond back.
Respond.
I think long distance friendships can work if, you know, both put in the energy for it to work. None of mine worked, you know, because one or the other did not put in. Like I'm really bad. I gotta say this about myself. If I don't see you, you know, then it's like out of sight, out of mind. And I don't really. I'm trying to do better this season, but I don't really kind of respond or text or call or anything because I don't see you. But so all of my long distance friendships have failed because that's just something that I've been bad at. And then vice versa, they've been bad at communicating with me as well. So it's just like, well, that didn't. I mean, I had friends from New York, from when I you know, where I live, that just, I tried to remain friends with this one person that I was really, really good friends with, and we just kind of wilted away. But if you truly put the time and energy into it, it can happen. It can work. But both of you guys have to do that. And yeah, I need to, that's something I just know I got to get better at.
Well, let me play devil's advocate, because a few minutes ago you were saying you was all about fast responses, and then you said you didn't have the long distance friendship because you wasn't responding to some of them too. So what's that all about?
I respond back. I just like I don't give a hey, how are you doing kind of call if I don't, because they're not around me. So I forget because they're out of sight. So I'm like, oh, I forgot that I have this friend.
So but like, so for you, the people you have a longer relationship because they're in the same environment as you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I, you know, so I lived around too. I lived in LA. I lived in St. Louis, but I've traveled places too and met people in different states. And I just think it has a lot to do with consistency, because I've seen that when I moved from Boston, Massachusetts to LA, the friendships that I had kind of slowed down, but I was the one who left and everybody else is still there. So I would try to communicate, and I get what you're saying, LaQuanda, when you like, you know, you keep responding to people and then they're not responding back. And you too, Ashley, you said that too. So then you stop. So then the friendship just stops. Nobody's mad at each other. It just stops because of the communication. So I think the long-term relationships, friendships can last if we're being consistent with it. And now living in a pandemic, or was living in a pandemic, whatever is going on in this world, with the virtual life that we have, I think it's possible. Ashley and I met online. Like, I never met this girl in person yet. And she's consistently communicating with me, and I'm consistently communicating with her. We're building a friendship here via virtual online speed dating, basically. So I think for me, like, the friendship that I had in these other states, if both persons would have just continued to communicate, then the friendship can still happen. Like, we could plan trips and stuff, but it was one of those things. It's just like, oh, well, she's not here, I'm not here, and we just stop. And I get to the point where I feel like I'm begging or I'm bothering people, so I stop. And they probably thinking the same thing. I don't want to bother them, so then they stop. So moving on to the next topic of that, like, communication again, like, how do we be consistent with our communication with our friends? How do we do that?
And without it
What?
feeling like we're begging or, you know, to get that communication, because we don't, or nagging to get that communication.
Right.
That's one thing I always thought, that I'll be nagging for it, and I don't want to feel like that.
Yep. So it's an unanswered question, because like, how do we do that? How do we know? How do we know?
I don't know. To me, if I feel like, the way I feel like if I'm nagging you, like I said, it goes back to your response time. If I feel like I'm the only one that's putting in work and you're just giving me, okay, well, I'm busy, or we'll talk later, or you just cut my conversation short. If I'm going through something, you just cutting my conversation short, or you, like you said, you're on another social media platform. I see you on another social media platform, and I've been trying to get in contact with you, and you just bypass me. Then to me, that feels like I'm nagging you, and I'm gonna step back.
Got you. So what I got out of it is that basically you have to look for the red flags. You have to look for the signs yourself in order to know. So if you feel like you're begging, go with your first instance, because most likely that's what it is. You know, you have to look and see if this person has more time for this and not you, then you're not a part of that season. And sometimes you just have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that, because everybody's not for every season of your life. It took me a while to learn that. You know, I thought like we could be friends forever, and it's like, no, you're evolving. Like you went and did this, so you're not the same as you used to be, so that person is not for you at that moment. And you just have to accept that. What are your thoughts, Ashley?
Yeah, I'm 100% like what in agreement is basically what I'm trying to say. I remember that I was in a cohort with a group of ladies that in college, and we took a special, a unique kind of I don't even know how to, class, I guess you can say, or program, and for college, and so we tried to keep together or after we graduated. And I was the one who was trying to get us together to go to like a dinner or a restaurant or something. And it was like pulling teeth, getting everybody to get together. Every single time I'd be like, okay, can you guys come to this place? Okay, we finally got this place. Okay, now I have to get everybody on every schedule to meet at that same place. And then it would take like 5 years for Shonda, well, these are not their real names, but Shonda to respond, and 10 years for, I'm elaborating, but that's how it felt, for Felicia to respond. And so it just, it was just a lot. And I gave up. I was like, I can't be the only one who cares this much about putting the groups together to try and maintain our friendships. And I was like, if I'm putting this much energy and y'all don't really care about it, then I can't care. And I just gave up. And since I gave up trying to do that, we never had a luncheon together ever since then. And it's like, done deal. Like, you know, obviously I was the only one who cared, and you know, that was that. But yeah, you just have to, once you realize like you're putting in way too much energy for that friendship, then the other person is, then you just gotta call it quits.
Have you ever had an experience where you're always showing up for the person's birthday or giving gifts, and then when your time comes, you don't get anything? Have you all ever experienced something like that?
Absolutely. I'm the one that always try to show up and be there for the person, and when I had my babies or when I was sick, and I can count on one finger how many times somebody called me and checked up on me. But I'm always there. Like when I have birthday parties for my kids and invite the people that I called my friends, nobody showed up but one friend. So, yeah.
And see, I think that's important for me in a friendship. Again, we're here talking about friendships, what you're looking for in a friend. So me looking for a friend, I would want some reciprocation, like if I'm giving to give back. And I'm not saying I'm giving for you to give back, but come on now, if we've been friends for 2-3 years and I'm giving you gifts and your kids gifts and Christmas coming around, things like that, like, why couldn't you reciprocate that? Why couldn't you give that back? Even if you can't afford it, like you had your kids sit down and make me a card, I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah, that's like at least the least they could have done. Like, yeah, like I don't ask for much, and to be honest, that's what I based the who I chose my son's godmother off of. I was like, okay, this person, who I'm choosing has to be that person I know is going to stay in my life as a friend throughout it all, and I know I can trust that this person is going to also be in my son's life, like, because I know their character, they're going to maintain their friendship with me. Like, they're not that person that, like, I had to look and I was like, okay, who's that person that always just out of the blue gives me a call or out of the blue gives me a text and says, hey, I want to go somewhere with you, or let's go hang out. I wanted that person because to be his godmother, because I knew that person I could count on to maintain or to stay in that friendship with me. And I know they could do the same thing in my son's life, So those are qualities that I look for.
Yes, that's we talked a little bit about the godparents in our previous videos. Well, it wasn't a recorded video, but we had this topic before, and I kind of was playing a little devil's advocate like always, but also telling my truth. My son does not have a godparent at all, godmother or godfather, and that's by choice. My husband and I, we were the opposite from Ashley. We didn't feel like we had those friends at the moment to choose to say these will be his guardians, because to me, I'm a godmother and I took it very serious, where you're appointing me to be the responsible person, the point of attorney of your child should anything happen to you. So if I die tomorrow, my kid should be going to this godparent. But in the culture that I grew up with, and I'm saying, like, we all African American, from what I see, right? We all identify as African American Black women out here, right? And so, and all Black cultures are not like this, but the Black culture that I grew up in, I saw a lot of mothers choosing women to be the children's godmothers just because that was their best friend at that moment. Like, but does that person really qualify? Do you really trust this person with your child? Well, but that's my best friend. But is she really your best friend too? Like, it was just, to me, that was my perspective though. I was like, that's the child's godparent, and then like 3 or 4 months or 3 or 4 years later, y'all not even talking. And it's like, so was it even worth, don't just pick somebody because in that moment y'all are best friends. Like, no, let it be somebody that you really feel like you can trust and who wants the position and who will really treat your child as if they were their own child if something happened to you. You want to make sure that the person has time for your kid, because things like that happen. I'm a social worker. I worked in the foster care department for a while, and I've seen children go into the foster care system with foster parents you signed up to be a foster parent, but this kid is getting on your nerves, you know? So that's what I think about when I think of my kids. Like, I'm picking this person and putting my kid in this house, but then the person might be like, I'm tired of this kid. I don't even want him anymore, you know? So it was just a lot of thoughts for us. And we were just like, we don't have best friends or like people that we really want. And to do with family members, they're already a family member. Like, if something happened, then we know that they're going to go to the next of kin and stuff. So we didn't go with family members either. That's my take on the godparent friendship side of things.
Yeah, I can feel you on that. My mama chose her best friend at the time to be my godmother, and I haven't seen her in years. I can't tell you what the lady looks like. I don't, you know, she'll ask about me every once in a blue moon. That's about it. But as for my kids' godparents, my best friend, yeah, she 20 years, she shows up, shows out for them. She treats them just like her babies, and I do the same for her daughter. That's my goddaughter, so I treat her just like my baby too.
Yeah. That's what's up. When you know it's genuine, definitely make it happen. It is 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We are here live on Fearless Friday through Zoom and Moms with Nash, Nay, and
Ash.
We are here. And just as a disclaimer, this is live, so it is available on replay. Do be mindful of what you say, but do be confident in what you deliver. The room is open. Join us, join in, meet some people. Let us get to know you and you get to know us. Again, this is a free platform for us to just get to know each other, get to know who those are behind the keyboard. Again, there's a lot of catfish going out there, especially in these mom groups. Did y'all know that? Like, there are people out there who are making these mom pages and acting like they're moms, but really they're not. So we have this live going on. You can see who we are and get to know each other every week. Come on, let's get to know each other. Let's see. Ashley, what's the other question you have? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so I really wanted to know, you know, a lot of people are thinking about being 420 friendly, and I'm just curious about how does, no, wrong way to say it.
Come on, you got it. Be confident in what you deliver. You got this.
How are moms able to be 420 friendly? Like, how are they well, I know you can be, I mean, that's not, but like, how do you guys maneuver it? I mean, do you smoke in front of your kids? Do you not smoke in front of your kids? Like, do you plan on telling your children about smoking? You know, like that's what I want to know. I'm really looking into it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So your question is?
It's a loaded question. It's a loaded question. Okay, first let's start with this one. 420, yay or nay?
Right. So for me, that's a yay. I mean, my name's Nay, but it's a yay. I don't have a problem with it. I live in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a recreational state, but also it's a lot of research on it now that is very helpful for illnesses, and I think that's one of the things we talked about on Monday when Pinky was in here talking about her box of hippiness. We started talking about why some people smoke and how there's a lot of judgment on why if people are smoking. And I don't think that people should judge anybody on whatever the drug it is that they're doing. That's their choice of, I think everybody has a vice, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So if somebody's choosing to smoke, then so be it. If somebody's choosing to drink, so be it. That's on them. If you're my friend and it's affecting your daily habits, your daily routines, then I will step in as a friend like, hey sis, maybe you should try to smoke just one blunt, or maybe 2 drinks tonight instead of 5 drinks. We're going to be out with a lot of people, things like that. But I'm going to communicate with the person. I'm not going to say, don't do it at all, because we all have a vice. And if that's your vice, that's your vice.
I agree. I'm yay with 420. Like you said, it's a lot of people that deal with a lot of illnesses. It can help with pain, depression. So yeah, I'm a yay. I'm a yay for that.
Now, I think the first question that I had to digest and process it, you were saying how do people smoke? So for me, if you're my friend and you're smoking around your kid, it's just not. It's that's not what I'm gonna do in my household. I personally wouldn't. I have a child who was premature, who was in the NICU, so to me, his lungs are delicate. I have asthma and stuff, so I'm not talking about me more, but it's more of him. And so I feel like if you're going to smoke around your kids, when your kids get to that age and they start to get curious and start to smoke, you can't be mad at it because you allowed them to see it. So if I'm gonna smoke, I wouldn't smoke around my kids. I wouldn't want my friends to smoke around my kids either. If you smoke around your kids, then that's what you do at your house. But I can't control what you do at your house. I can only control what I can control. So at my house, hey girl, you can come through, but you can't spark that up in front of my kid. You can go on my back deck or the bathroom, whatever, I'm gonna give you a designated spot. If that answers your questions about smoking around the kids. For me, that's for me. I don't know. What is it for you, Ashley?
Yeah, no, I oh God. I am the same way. I feel like me as a mother, it shouldn't be in front of my child. I don't think I would smoke in front of my son. But, and this is why I say but, I believe because his dad is 420 friendly and he smokes, but I don't know if he has smoked in front of our child. And
well, have you ever asked him?
No, because I think I know that he where he smokes, it's always in a designated area, and usually the kids aren't there around him. But I feel like he kind of knows dad smokes. It's just dad smokes. It's just a thing, But I feel like the child will know for some reason.
And remind the viewers of how old your son is.
Yeah, my son is 2.
So you feel like he knows daddy's smoking.
Yeah, but I because he smokes, but not he knows what he's smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't know that, but he just knows that he's smoking.
So is it becoming a problem for you with dad, or if it was a friend? Because you feel like he's knowing. Is this a deal breaker for you, or what are we talking about here? Say some more.
I feel like a hypocrite being okay, well, you can I can smoke or he can smoke and I can say, oh, I'm 420 friendly, but I'm gonna say, well, my son can't. It's not okay for my son to see it. You see what I'm saying?
Wait, so when you say him, you're talking about your son, not the father, not the father.
You're not the father. I feel like a hypocrite when saying that my son being able to for me and him being 420 friendly, me and him meaning my ex, his father. to be 420 friendly,
Mhm.
but my son just not being able to be around it at the same time. I just feel like a hypocrite.
So
Like,
you would want to? Do you want to smoke in front of your son? Is that what you're
but I
saying?
know I don't want to smoke in front of my son.
Okay.
Like, my son has sickle cell, and he shouldn't be around smokers, because if he, secondhand smoke can get him pulmonary hypertension. So, I mean, all of those are factors in it. And I just feel like, but at the same time, I feel like there's a part of me that's saying, I'm saying yay to it, but why should I be saying it's okay if a part of it feels like it's wrong? You see what I'm saying?
The guilt part. All right. Before I answer, I'm gonna see if LaQuanda has anything to say on what we're saying.
Mama,
Sorry, my son.
No problem.
I want to keep it real. Now, I smoke cigarettes because I stress. And I try to do a designated area in my home where I go outside. But with my kids, they will find me. They will hunt me down, and sometimes they will open up the door. And my 2-year-old knows, okay, you're smoking, because I told her, it's not good for you. I'm like, I know I'm not setting a good example for you, but it's not good for you. When you find me smoking a cigarette, it's not good for you to be around, and it's not good for mommy to smoke, and it's not good for you to smoke. So I try to explain to them, but yeah, they know that I smoke. But as far as marijuana,
Do you
no.
have any guilt? Like So
Yeah.
Ashley's basically saying like, there's a lot of guilt there for her. Do you have any of that guilt? And if so, how do you deal with it?
I do have guilt, because they catch me smoking. So I do have guilt about that. It does cause a guilt for me, but I try to explain to them the best way I can when they catch me. I try to hide different areas to smoke so they won't catch me, but they find me. So, and I try to keep them away from it, because both my kids are premature. So I try to keep them away from different stuff all the time. But yeah, it's a lot of guilt.
Yeah, that's she said it perfectly. Like, I'm trying to say it the way she said it, and it just wasn't coming out. And I'm like, God, she just said it.
Well,
so
that's
right.
why we're here, to talk it out. That's why we're here.
Like,
That's exactly why we're here.
that's
Oh,
what I
look
mean by, like the
Her name
2-year-old
is
knowing that the father smokes. It's not like he's trying to see it, but like, it's like he will go and find his dad. His dad is tucked away somewhere. He'll go and find his dad, and it's like, oh, his dad's smoking. Like, so things like that. Like, so I know he's not intentionally there, just doing it in front of him. It's just, he'll go find his dad, and his dad's tucked away smoking somewhere. To me, like, this is something that I recently have just started doing with marijuana, and I was never one. I was always 420 friendly, but I just never I've never really smoked it as often as I have lately, and I've just been like, why? What really is the reason for me to do it? It really, and so now I'm just trying to figure out if I really want to continue doing it, or if I just want to just end it. And so I guess that's a big reason why I wanted to pose this question, to see what other people thought about it, and to see if, like, this guilt that I have is, if it was just a me thing. But I can, obviously other people have guilt. I mean, it's not, you just have it from cigarettes, so I mean, it's apparently clear that we have this kind of guilt from just smoking in general, you know.
I think it could go into your why though. I think you need to find out why it is you're smoking it. I mean, LaQuanda, do you know why you smoke cigarettes and you know you want to continue to smoke cigarettes?
I have tried to stop, and I know mine is a trigger with stress and to deal with stress, depression. That's why I do it. I don't like to be on a whole lot of medications.
Mm-hmm.
So at that moment, I feel like it's kind of like a zen moment for me with the cigarette. So yeah, I'm trying to work on it for them because, like I said, they keep finding finding me,
Right.
and when I try to hide.
Yeah. So Ashley, I mean, it was good that you have LaQuanda in here tonight because, I mean, to me, she's helping you right now figure it out because here she is with 2 kids and she smokes cigarettes. She finds a designated spot, but even that may not work. But you're saying, you know, you want to start smoking marijuana and stuff, but at the same time, you're feeling guilty. But you know what? You have to think about you too. So if you know that you're smoking because it's helping you with an illness or a mental health issue or to cope with something, you know, if it's helping you in some way, then you just have to figure out how to make it work in your household for you and your child or your children. You know, again, like I said earlier, everybody has a vice, so you shouldn't feel guilty about it if you know how to maintain it and be responsible about it. But if you just doing it because it's just the new thing to do in the world, then you just let it go, in my opinion. But if you have a reason that you're doing and you feel like it's helping you, then own that reason and find a way to make it work in your household and live your life. That's all you can do. Somebody's gonna have something to say regardless. That's what I'm saying. If you saying you want to smoke, and then you say I'm not gonna smoke because it doesn't look good, and you start drinking. Well, now she's drinking. She done had 3 margaritas tonight. Somebody's gonna have something to say. Or you not drinking or smoking. She boring. She not doing anything. So, girl, live your life. Figure it out for you. What works best for you, and own it. That's what I'm saying. Be confident in it. Don't feel guilty. Like I'm like I said, I'm glad LaQuanda's on here. I'm honest, letting you know, like I smoke, but my kids find me, and you know, I just keep reiterating and letting them know this is not for you at the moment. And it's not. That's for like the girl, your kid too. Your kid can't smoke. That's why when you was talking about you was being a hypocrite, no, you're not, because smoking is not for a 2-year-old. So baby, this is not for you. Go play with that toy. You have to teach them what's for them and what's not for them. This is for the adult. This is for the child. I mean, that's how I see it.
Very true. Very true.
Again, this is Fearless Fridays. It is 8:32 p.m. Eastern Time. We are here through Zooming Moms. We are Zooming. Not Zooming. We are speed dating for friendships. We're getting to know each other. This happens every Friday. Join in. It's a live recording that is available back on replay, so you can see who you like. Oh, you like something they said? Hit them up. This is the place to do that. Mingle. Get to know the people behind these profiles. Again, it's live, so do be mindful of what you say and be confident in what you deliver tonight. We have 7 more minutes. Let's see, what else can we talk about tonight, ladies? What else do we want to know about each other?
I think I have a question.
Sure.
If you are a friend that is successful, might own your own business, or you might know some other people that have some insight on entrepreneurship, and you have a friend that is into entrepreneurship and trying to get information about it, do you find that you're obligated to help that person, or do you feel like that person should find their own information?
That's a good one. I'll let you go first, Ashley.
I don't think it's an obligation. I feel like if you're willing to share that information with that friend, then sure. But I don't think that you should be obligated to. To me, that's not an obligation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can agree with that. I said earlier, I think I said the wrong word. I said reciprocation. I don't even think that's a word, but more of reciprocity. So to me, if I'm owning my own business and I have some information and you're my friend LaQuana, and you hit me up and you say, hey, how did you start your LLC? I'm going to provide you with as much information as I can when I can. Like if I'm busy in that moment, I might send you a sentence or two, but I'm going to help you as much as I can. I'm owning my own business, so I might be a little busy, but for me, it's sis support sis. And that's why I have this platform right now. Mom support mom, sis support sis. That's how we rise. And I just don't get why people are so secretive. I'm not telling you to tell me how much you got in your bank account, how much you're making every day and stuff, but sis, can you give me a tip? Can you help me? Give me a hand. Like, throw down your rope for a second. That's how I feel. So if I know it, if I have the knowledge, I'm gonna share it as much as I can when I can. I'm not going to, I'm just not going to be all secretive, because if I win, you win, you win, we win together. That's how I feel.
I agree. I really do agree. I feel like, I guess I would view a friendship as a sisterhood, depending on how much if I know you well enough and I know that that you'll put in the work, I believe that I will try to help you as much as I can or put you on the road. Like, I don't know about your expertise on what you want to go through, but I do know this lady over here that does da-da-da-da, but I can give you her information and y'all can link up, you know, just so everybody can eat and our kids can grow and flourish and be entrepreneurs as well, the kings and queens that God called them to be. That's how I am.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this reminded me of when I first started this group, I did this little video. Again, it was like in my, on my back, no, not on my back deck, like in front of my sliding door and stuff. And I'm just like, hey.
You said you wanted to build a business. I got you. She knows all about financing. You said you wanted a car. She knows about that. Let me introduce you. You want to buy a house. I know a realtor. Let me put you on, sis. You said that you need a babysitter. I'm free tonight, girl. I got you.
Let's all get together. And I'm trying to get people to understand that, like, if I help you and you help me, like, that's a good friendship right there. We can build together. Like, I don't get why people feel like it's a competition. Hey, Donna. Donna said, hey, y'all. Donna's in here watching us. You welcome to join in. The room is open. Join in. Yeah, so it's so sad that it seemed like this competition when there's really no competition. Like, if we all join forces, then like great things can happen. I'm ready to share information with people, like I said, as much as I can, when I can. And like you said, LaQuanda, if you're serious about it, because that is hurtful when you put a lot of time and effort into something and the person, they flake on you or they don't do it. And it's like, I spent all this time trying to help build you up, and then you didn't take any of my advice, or you just threw me under the bus, or whatever the case may be. You know, so I do think that's something I'm learning, that I have to be mindful of who's really ready to receive the help, because I think I've been giving out help to the wrong people, and now that's why I'm learning my purpose, that my giving is to other people. Yeah. I'm glad. I like that. I think we need to go on to that topic a little more next week, because there's a lot of this non-support going on, where a lot of people have these businesses and they're trying to be entrepreneurs and they just missing that one link and then asking around, and people were like, "Nah, I don't want to help." But somebody helped you, right? How'd you get there? You didn't just fall off the face of the earth and like figured it out and came back. You know, like you learned along the way from other people. So tip assist. That's why I have my tip assist on Tuesdays. Like, what is something that we can learn from each other and then evolve together?
Yeah. I'm all about evolving and helping. I just feel like supporting each other.
Hey, is it Demetrius? Join us. Join the room. The room is open. Come, tell us who you are. Let us get to know you guys. We are here. It is 9:39 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are here on Fearless Fridays through Zooming Moms with Nash, Nayan,
Ashley.
got it. And LaQuanda's in the building from Virginia. Come on in, ladies. The room is open. I wanted to say thank you for participating tonight. So what I'm going to do, LaQuanda, you and Michelle were our participants in here. And then we have Donna, who has been writing us. And now we have Demetrius, I think that's how you pronounce the name, who has also been writing us. Join the room for a second, ladies. Let us meet you. She said she was new to the group. I welcome you. My name is Nay. I am the founder of Zooming Moms, and I want you all to get to know each other. Who are the women behind these profiles? Who are you? Let us know. I'm liking LaQuanda. You need to come on and go to our retreat with us, girl. We got 2 open spots.
If I can find a babysitter, I would love to. You know, I've been looking and peeping, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go to that retreat.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we got, 2 spots, so we can talk some more offline about that. Get you some babysitters, girl. Look, I said something like, you got to put one over there and put one over there.
Yeah, it was that either.
Donna talking about, I'm looking a mess. Girl be looking beautiful with all our beautiful hair. Let us see you. Come on in, Donna. Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are. Donna be traveling too. She got a travel agent. I mean, she is a travel agent. She got all the connections on the traveling.
Donna need to hook us up on our next trip.
Exactly. That's what
international.
We all come together and have these events. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Like every few months we're getting together. This time we're in Georgia. This time we're going to Memphis in November. We can meet up in Virginia one year. We can meet up in Massachusetts. We can meet up in Alabama. You know, you got California. Here you have all these women from different states coming together, meeting each other and networking, fellowshipping. You know, we're getting to know each other. You just click on a room. Just click on a room and it'll allow you to come in. And Donna says she do credit repairs as well. Come on in. Come on in. So let me get back to this friendship. Well, I am over a little bit of the time. We usually go an hour. I'm over a little bit because we did start late. Like I said, it was some technical difficulties with Facebook, so we started late. So to wrap it up, Ashley, what's our last question of the night? Like, what do we want to know before we get off of here tonight?
So,
just click on the room. It should let you join in. Go to Fearless Fridays in the events and click on there we go. There she got it. She got it.
oh,
All right. So tell us your name. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. And where you located? Say that. I can't even hear you. Hold on. Wait. Let me get say that again. You're kind of low. I don't know if somebody's background is too loud.
It was mine. I had to tell my son. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I said my name is Demetrius, and I'm from Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee in the house. All right. Demetrius. Got it. All right. Who's this with the white hat on? Who's that?
Girl, this is Anna looking a mess, y'all.
No. She come on here with this sparkly hat, looking fine as can be.
Girl, look at this. I'm about to, people
Where
might
you
talk
at?
about me on a replay.
No, we're not gonna talk about you. No.
How y'all doing?
Oh, good. Tell them where you at. Where are you located?
Well, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm currently in Louisiana right now, but I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Y'all hopped on a little late.
I know.
But I'm being genuine. I'm being genuine tonight. Like, I want to get to know y'all, so I'm willing to stay on here. How about you, Ashley?
Oh, I'm here.
All right. So, what about you, LaQuanda? You want to get to know them a little bit more? You have some time?
I have a little time. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll give y'all some time so we can get to know y'all, and then, as we gotta go, we'll just start logging off. All right. So let's go back to some of the other things. I want to see if LaQuanda want to ask her question again. You want to start with your question?
My question was, if you own your own business, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a friend that is interested in it and wants to know steps on how to be an entrepreneur, do you feel like you're obligated to give them these tools to help them in being an entrepreneur, or you just feel like, well, you find your own way?
Well, I would say it depends on the person. So if you see that the person is eager, the person is reaching out, the person is committed to it, I'll provide the information, but are you obligated? No. But would you do it because you all are friends? Yes. And again, even if you see the person is not obligated, you still can provide the information. It's up to them whether they use it or not. But it would be based, I would base my information based on that person. If I know they're really for it, I'm gonna go in with them. If I see that as I provide them information and they're still taking steps to pursue entrepreneurship, then I'm gonna go in with them. But if I give them information, they ain't doing nothing, I'm like, okay, that's it.
How about you, Demetrius?
I just had this incident happen to me, and
I can't hear her. Can y'all hear her?
It's a little low.
It's a little low.
can you hear me now? I probably have to pick up my phone.
Yeah, I need you to speak a little louder, please. Hey, let me do my intro again with letting you all know that this is Fearless Friday with Zooming Moms, Nate and Ashley. And just to let you know, this is a live recording, so it is available back on replay, so people can figure out, oh, I like that girl, let me hit her up. But do know that it is being recorded, so you want to be mindful of what you say, but do be confident in what you deliver tonight. All right, let's see. Is that volume up enough for us to hear you?
Can you hear me now?
All right.
You got Boost Mobile?
Girl.
Can you hear me? Oh no, that's Verizon. That's Verizon. Where you at on Boost Mobile? I'm sorry. I was just being funny.
I had this incident happen with a friend of mine that was a classmate. And me personally, I feel like the classmate was trying to use it. So, now I started talking about, because I do cosmetics. I make hair growth oil, nose rings, I do pedicures, you name it, anything in the beauty field, I do. Costume, makeup, all of it. So, she wanted to know more about makeup and stuff like that and how to make jewelry. And so I started doing and helping her out. But she wanted to do wholesale and making a jewelry. And I don't know anything about wholesale. I just make sure and sell it like that. Because anytime I do try to do wholesale, I undercharge myself. And that's my biggest thing. I have a big heart, and I just can't get off on people. I just can't. That's just me. But I kind of allow people get off on me, if that makes sense. And that's why I said I'm now getting into this thing of charging people $20 if you asking for deep information on how to start the business and stuff like that. Because some people, you have to be mindful. You have to know if this is your friend that's gonna really do it, and this is the person that's useless type thing. And that's where I'm at, trying to figure out which one is which. So that's why I said I'd rather just $20 and be through with it, because I won't feel somebody else. If that makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Because I get the rambling, so I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense. Where are you from, Demetrius? Memphis?
You in Memphis, Tennessee, you need to come on to our trip too. It's at the cabin down the hall.
Right.
It's a little drive, but we're gonna be in Tennessee in November. We're gonna be right there in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. You ever been to them luxury cabins?
My neighbor told me, that's how I found out about this group. So she sent me an invite. So she told me I needed to come, because I don't never do anything.
That's what's
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You gotta shout out your referral. Who's your referral?
right.
Virginia.
Okay, then Virginia.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yes. We have 2 spots remaining. Y'all need to get on it. Get on it. We going. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Like I said, Donna's a travel agent too. Donna got some traveling going on too.
I do.
Tell them about it. People trying to travel out here, Donna. That's another way to make some friends out here. You know, next week, maybe we could talk about that next week, about traveling. Like, we could talk about friendships and traveling, like how you've been with your friends and traveling. You know, we can have a whole session on that, because that's big now. Everybody's trying to explore the world. So we need to prepare for these friends that we're going to be traveling with, because from my experience, I don't have too many friendship vacations. A lot of my vacations, traveling experiences, either by myself or with my husband, because my experience with friends growing up, like I was like 15, 16, 18, trying to travel, and you know, people were like, no, not right now, maybe later, or let me get my money right, and it never happened. So I was moving on, you know. So we could talk more about that, but go ahead, Donna. Tell me a little something that they need to know before we get up off of here.
Okay, so I am able to do travel, hotels, car rentals, cruises, certain destinations, Disney World. So those are the ones that I do. So basically any travel need that you have, I am able to assist with you or anyone that you may know. And right now, you know, everyone is out of quarantine, and so now that they're opening up places, a lot of people are traveling. So it's a good time to be, you know, it's a good time. There are some restrictions on certain places, but good time. And I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with like the faith-based journeys that they have. So a lot of people are doing those as well, where they're going to like the Holy Lands for like 8 days or something like that. And
where's the Holy Lands at? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but where's that at?
Like Israel, Dubai, you know, places like that. And you know, you're able to have like a travel guide person who will be there, to a tourist that will, you know, walk you through each day itinerary. So I mean, a lot of people are doing a lot of traveling, but there's many different experiences that we don't really normally think of that people actually do. So but I'm here if you need any assistance with their travel experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna. So we also talked about, it was like some yays and nays. So I'm just going to run through them. And Donna and Demetrius, let us know what your thoughts are. Are you somebody who want to hang with somebody that's into church or partying?
Well, I can hang with both people. I don't really party, so I don't go to clubs really or things like that. But I could go to a little not nightclub. I don't really do clubs, but like a little bar that they may have with live music stuff like that. I'm open to that stuff, but I don't club. But
Okay.
I could still hang with someone saved or not saved.
She said saved or not saved.
I mean, well, that's what it is, right?
How about you, Demetrius? You have somebody that they want to go to church, or they partying? Who you hanging with?
I can do both because I have friends that's not saved, but I can do both. I just don't do clubs.
Right.
I don't do clubs.
Hmm.
I'm from Memphis, so I had a lot of bad experience in clubs.
Okay. Now, what about we talked about smoking. Could you befriend a mom who smokes marijuana? Or...
I mean, I could be a friend of mine, but I don't smoke, so I'm just, I know how to exit when something going on, or but I think once a person know you, once you become build a relationship with somebody, if they see that you're not doing their things, majority of the time they will respect who you are and not do it. So I do believe in that, so that's why I'm open to it.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with anybody smoking. I mean, that's different. That's just what they want to do. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. Heck, my brother smokes, so I don't have a problem with it.
You said your brother smoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it is what it is. I've learned to just not pay no attention.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And now tell us a little bit about long distance friendships. Have you all had any long distance friendships that you were able to maintain?
I mean, I have like long distance relation, not really of someone that I have met like online or anything like that. Not really. But as far as like conversation, maybe online or something, you just say hey every now and again, but that's all. But not where we like meeting up or anything like that. I haven't had that experience to where it was maintained.
Welcome in. I see we're going to have to change the time. Come on in, Takara.
Yeah, I just got on Facebook, like, let me just browse Facebook. I'm like, they're still on?
Yeah, we started about 10 minutes late, so I was going a little longer, and then I had Donna and Demetrius join in, so I wanted to give them the opportunity to let the world know a little bit about them, just in case somebody's digging them. And to come to find out, Demetrius got her own little business going on, so it was good. We could learn a little bit about that, too. Donna talked about her traveling, then we got LaQuanda in the house. She was being real honest, man. You got to watch the replay, because there was some good things said, so definitely watch the replay. If you're watching this on replay, #replay. This is Fearless Fridays through Zoom in Moms with Nash, Nate, and
Ashley, you're on mute.
she be on.
I know. Oh man, I worked it so perfectly too, but I was
Yes, but you know what? Again, trial and error. This is entertainment. It is what it is. We're being authentic. We're not writing any scripts. I watched this live the other night, and the girl was like robot. It was like all just written, and she was just reading it word for word, and I was like, log off. Log off. I can't do this. That's not for me. That wasn't for me, but it might be for you. It wasn't for me. So I'm just being honest. That wasn't for me.
Yeah. Reading the script?
Yeah, basically, yeah, it was a script. Like, thank you all for joining my live tonight. Yeah, we have Donna in the building. And I'm just like, nah, it's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to challenge myself to just like be authentic, think. And with the multiple sclerosis, I'm trying to challenge my brain to remember things, you know. So I'm just being authentic out there. Somebody gonna talk regardless. So be authentic, whether you're
Yeah.
perfect in their eyes or not, you know. Somebody's looking at all of us right now like, oh, look at her hair, look at her glasses. Girl, why she come on there with that hat on? You know, like
Right.
somebody always has one of
Why
that.
is my hair pumping?
See,
What you
I didn't
say?
even know you pumping, but
I
that one
know.
person who's looking's like, she's all
Not
pumping.
everybody knows.
This is ghetto. This don't make any sense. But we vibing. You mad because you ain't in here with us on this Friday night. So tell us, Takara, who are you? Where you at? Let's get to know you too. Join in.
Well, I'm Takara. Currently, I ran away from my family for the weekend. I'm in a hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
My first time ever. It's like bittersweet. And I live in Mass. Yeah, from Mass. So sure.
Okay. So I believe you jumped in when we were talking. Were we talking about the smoking?
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about how do you feel about could you befriend somebody who smoked smoked marijuana, cigarettes?
That's your business. I mean, I don't
Right.
personally enjoy cigarettes now, but it's still your business. If that's what you want to do, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
bother
what.
me. Only thing I would ask is like if the person smokes cigarettes, I really don't want to. Just I can't do the cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
The,
sorry to interrupt you. I'm just gonna ask if everybody could go mute because for some reason I'm not hearing everybody when they start talking.
let me see if I put my headset in. See if it'll work.
Okay.
Oh, where is my headset?
I can hear you. I can hear you fine now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, for smoking, it doesn't matter to me. It's your personal choice. But like cigarette smoking, I just can't take it. Like I can't take the smell. It like literally chokes me. It feels like it's very thick, almost like very heavy, very thick. Marijuana smells. I can't use it because I feel like I can't breathe. Like it makes my mouth so dry. But it's your own personal preference. It doesn't bother me. I wouldn't want to be like standing next to you if you're smoking cigarettes though, but if you smoke them, hey, your lungs.
Okay. So then we also talked about the long distance friendships. Have you ever had any friendships that lasted that you were able to maintain, but it was long distance?
Actually, I have a friend that I talk to that I've known for a while, and she moved away. Her and her husband lives in Pittsburgh. But she still comes up here periodically. So when she comes up into town, I usually talk to her or we'll get together. But we don't talk. It's kind of like one of those friends where you don't talk every single day, every single week. But when you get together, it's like you just start right back where you left off at. It doesn't even seem like you were talking for a while. So, but yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Now this one is this should be interesting. We talked a little bit, and it's so basic, you know, that's why it's interesting. We talked a little bit about friends who have like 4 kids, and then there's a friend that has 2 kids. Who are you hanging out with? The person with the 4 kids or the friend with the 2 kids, both or none?
I'm hanging out with the person whose kids are well behaved, so I don't have to bust nobody's ass. No,
Listen, exactly. Exactly.
I can't take bad kids. I mean, my daughter's not bad, but she's definitely in her terrible 3s right now. The 2s, she was fine, but them 3s, they're like, ooh, her and I will go to
But see, to me, I think you gotta define bad because you might think little Johnny is bad because he's energetic and he wants to play with everything. But I might be like, he's just, you know, he's a 2-year-old. He has the energy. So what does bad mean in your definition, in your book?
I'm okay with the energy. Like I believe also kids, like people who think that a child is supposed to just sit down and do nothing, they're just delusional, in my opinion. When you're a kid, you don't have that attention span. I don't have that attention span. You want to get up and do stuff sometimes. So I don't mind the whole getting up. There's a time and place for it. Like today, I had to bring the twins to the hospital. They had an appointment, and I had my daughter because where am I going to leave her? So I bought my daughter. So when we were there, she was like, "Mommy, I need to use the bathroom." So my husband stayed with the twins, and I went to bring her to the bathroom, but she wanted to run through the hall at the hospital. I told her, "No, this is not a playground. You don't run in a place of business. You run outside and we're in the playground." So, like, I feel like the time and place for things. Like, if I'm in the doctor's office and I'm sitting there and your child is jumping up on the chair, jumping to the floor, like trying to climb the bookcase and all that stuff, like, to say something. And I try to do it, but no, I can't. I don't like that. I don't like when kids are doing all of that stuff. And the one, you get hurt, and two, is just as far as being bad. I don't really like to tell kids bad. I don't like fresh.
You're skipping. You're video skipping.
Oh, it is? Sorry.
You guys got to use your laptops. You got to use the laptops. You get better service.
I have my laptop here, but I don't know if you have good service in this hotel room.
I noticed a lot of people on the cell phones, you guys break up a lot. I can't hear you guys.
I'll try to log on as I'm still talking to you. I don't really like to call kids bad per se. I just don't like kids who are fresh. Like when you're so fresh with your mouth, like you want to talk back, or like kids that swear, and then the moms think it's cute, like stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So is that a deal breaker in a friendship? So if Betty Sue comes through and she's like, "Hey, Takara, let's hang," and y'all are hanging, and then Johnny's like, "F you, mom," or he's like running around the grocery store, can you not be her friend anymore, or what's gonna happen?
I don't care about being her friend.
Right.
Okay, so here's my thing with people, and this is the thing where I don't like. I feel like I'm not gonna hit anybody else's child because that's your child, and I just don't do that. But like, if I am your friend and I tell you, I want you to do it in a way that it's not meant in malice. If I can't tell you something about your child or have a conversation with you about your child, then that's going to be a problem for me. I'd rather distance myself or bring myself out of the situation. But if you're my friend, you should be able to tell you something about your child, and if I'm a friend, I should be able to tell you something about your child. As long as it's not anything like you're being hurtful or like anything like that. So I can have that conversation with her. And, hey, when you're at it'd be nice if you her, or what do you think about this, or did you try that, or something like that. And it's hard. Like kids, husbands, husbands, religion, some things that are kind of off limits.
Oops, I'm sorry, somebody's kids in the background now. I can't. You said you by yourself though? Yes.
That's not my. I'm here by myself.
Everybody's on mute. I don't have no kid in my background.
I hear the child, but I don't know where it's coming from. Do I know my login for Facebook?
Okay. So, any thoughts on what's been said so far, ladies? What are y'all thoughts on this? What are we talking about?
I can't agree with the climbing on top of the the bookcases and everything like that. I can agree with that. It's a rough to deal with when you see a child misbehave like that. Yeah, I will feel obligated to say something.
Okay. Anybody else? Is it a deal breaker for anybody if the person's kid is just too wild for you?
It won't be a deal breaker, but when we go certain places, I'll be like, let's do something with just us or something. Or it will be, if we do go somewhere with our children, it's going to be to somewhere to where everyone's, like a park or something like that, to where it's not noticeable.
Don't bring your kids.
We doing this adults only. I got a 4-year-old. I got a 4-year-old, so I know he could be active. So, but when we go places, I'm like, okay, now he know that look too, like you're doing a little bit too much. So
I hear you, Donna. Like, can we just have it? I only have a 9-month-old, but I still be on the like, can we just us moms? Like without the kids, I had just saw a friend last night, and she was like, "Where's the baby?" I'm like, no, girl. Like that's why I came out to get some time away from him. Like we gotta plan that mommy and baby time if you want to see the baby. But I'm trying to do my time because I do feel like like I said, my child's only 9 months, but I've grown up around mothers, and I had a mother of my own. So I have a mother of my own. And so I see how some people get lost in being a mother. Like, what about you, who you are as a person? So sometimes you got to say, forget the kids right now. And I'm not saying forget their well-being, but like, you got to think about you and how you can enjoy yourself, because that's what's going to help you take care of the kids too.
Yeah. Have to.
Yeah, so I'm that type of person that I would be like, no kids, I'm sorry. And it was like that at my wedding, and the people were like, oh man, did I hear it? How could you have your wedding and say no kids? It's because you're not a mother, you don't understand. Like, yeah, I guess I don't, but I'm a mother now, and I still would say no kids. Like, you gotta it was for you. Like, my wedding was for you to enjoy, not for you to be running around chasing after your child. How can you enjoy my meal? Like, it was a 3-course meal. You done missed the daggone salad because you were going after Becky in the bathroom. Gosh, I want you to have some time for you.
My friend just invited me to his wedding. He was like, it's no kids. I'm like, okay, no problem with me.
Right.
No problem with me.
Okay.
I went to a wedding. I like the no kid rule. Like, if you have a child that is young, like say they're a mom, you're breastfeeding, the child's not running around, you can bring the kid, I don't care. But if you have a kid that's going to be running around, no kids. And that's how it was. Like, when I went to my friend's wedding, actually my friend and my cousin, I told them, if you want me to come, I got to bring my child. If you don't want me to come, that's fine. But I'm not going to leave my child, because at the time, my daughter was only 7 months. And she only did breast milk. And I'm like, I have to take her. And it wasn't in Massachusetts. Like, we had to go out of Massachusetts. So I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't leave her here. But I also, if she were to, like, say when they're doing their ceremony, if she were to cry or anything like that, or be disruptive, I would definitely get up and leave. I wouldn't sit there and be like, shh, shh. No, I hate when people do that. It's like, just exit for a second, please. Like, you can't hear anything. But I definitely don't like at the reception, you have people around everywhere. But
so when you said that one time, my son was like, I think it was my son or my daughter. They were young. We went to the nail shop, and my baby was crying, and the person told me to take my baby out. I felt offended with that. I said, "You not stop talking in your language."
Oh no, she said take the baby. So the nail polish person, the technician, the nail tech said take the baby out. They don't be playing in a nail salon. They be having signs up like, if you can't supervise your kid, they can't come and stuff. Or they don't be playing.
I mean, he was in a stroller, he was like a baby. I was like,
they didn't care. They like, nah, it's messing up the atmosphere. This is a spa. It's supposed to be quiet. Like, so what happened? Did you take him out?
I didn't.
You just stayed there?
But he had stopped crying, though. Once he had said that, he had stopped crying, but I didn't take him out, though.
Okay.
That was like years. That was years, many, many years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you had to do what you had to
Pretty sure
do.
my
It was,
baby out.
I mean, you would get your feet done or your nails done. It's like you want the money, right? So,
Right. And I wasn't even started. I think I was just waiting on somebody else. I wasn't even getting married.
most definitely they're gonna ask you to leave, girl. They like, you in my facility, you ain't getting those services that like you're not using our services, and you got this baby crying, you messing it, you gotta go.
Well, no, I was going to, but I was waiting until my sister got done with her so that we could swap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Donna's funny. This is too funny.
I had got offended at that. I think that was with my first child. He's 16 now. That was like with my first child. So I had got offended. Like, how's you gonna tell me to leave out because he's crying? He's a, I'm thinking in my head like, he's a baby. That's what babies do. So yeah.
Yes, so let's wrap it up with my closing question is, what are you looking for in a friend? Let's close it up with that. And I also want you to give them a way to contact you, because again, this is available on replay as it is a live recording. Do be mindful of what you say, but be confident what you deliver. This is Fearless Friday live through Zoom In Moms with Nash, that's Nay, and
Ashley.
So let's start with Demetrius. Tell us, what are you looking for in a friend and how can they contact you?
I guess I'm looking for someone that's real laid back and we can have conversations. Sometimes I need someone to just be a deep conversation with, because my husband do not understand me. I love him to death, don't get me wrong. I love him to death. But talking, I only have one child. And talking to my
Your video, there we go. It's skipping.
Okay, you're back now.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Okay. I was saying that my husband really, when I talk deep and stuff like that, he really don't understand me, and he just be looking at me like, where is all this coming from? So I guess I can say someone that we can have a conversation, and we can, if I need to express how I feel, they can, vice versa. Someone that, vice versa, they can express how they feel, and they can understand, we can understand one another, and just be okay.
Okay. I heard most of it. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little low, but I heard.
I'm sorry. Every time I put my phone down, it does something crazy. I have an iPhone, old iPhone. So when the new iPhone came out, my little 8 started acting crazy. So I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we got to get you back on here. And you have a laptop or a tablet or something?
No, my husband broke my laptop.
So the next time we log on, though, I want to see you on here, though. We want to hear you more. We got to get the volume up. So go ahead, Donna. You tell us, and then Takara will go.
All right. So in a
I'm
friendship,
trying to see this thing. I can't even see me.
Oh, that's all right. We see you.
Oh, you can? That's why I'm looking out crazy.
Don't dig up your nose, because we see you, girl. Go ahead, Donna.
So my friend that I'm looking for someone that I'm able to like travel with. I'm, to create memories. Conversations are good because, we always need someone to dump on and to download on. But I also want someone that's like an entrepreneur. I want to talk business too sometimes. I want someone that's going to motivate me. I'm going to motivate you. Let's get it. Let's come up with some creative ways. What could we do? So I'm into that, and I also like a friend that have a God conscience, because that's just where I'm at. But again, I'm looking for someone to where we could just have a good time. Let's come up with some business ideas. What could we do to make it happen? I want someone that can inspire me and I can inspire them.
Absolutely. Oh, you guys are saying how they can contact you.
Oh, I'm on Facebook all over on this page. I have I have a break. I have a You Are Next travel page. I have a break bad habits and repair today page for my repair business, my credit repair business. But anyway, on Facebook, I'm here. You can always DM me. And if you want to switch numbers, you're more than welcome to do so.
All right. Demetrius, is it okay if people slide in your DM to contact you if they're feeling you?
Yes, they can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any social media.
Oh, wow.
I sure I have. Yeah, and if they want my number, they can just inbox me and I give them my number because my number is all on Facebook.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, Takara. Let's wrap it up with you. What are you looking for in a friend?
What am I looking for in a friend? Friends.
That was my song in the story with my flyer.
I'm looking for somebody who know how to dance. Who know how to dance, friend? Where you at?
I mean,
Teach me how to dance.
I think it's so different. I think like as you get older, like things change, your life change, your needs change. And I think like for me, like I am into traveling, but I'm also into like just local chill dates and just getting together. It doesn't have to be anything special. But just like leave the kids, leave the husband, and just have laughs or whatever. Nothing major. And I want to travel. But, excuse me. But I do travel a lot with my husband. I don't really travel too much with friends. I've done it before and it was okay, but it wasn't the best experience. It wasn't a bad experience. It was, there's always one in the group. So it was fun. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself. But it's just easier when you're just with your husband. It's like you don't worry about. One thing I don't like, and if any of y'all are listening and y'all trying to be my friend and y'all want to go to dinner, please don't sit there and be like, "Well, I only had this, I only had that." No, the bill come. It's two of us. You split the bill both ways. If you didn't eat and you only drink water, that's your problem. You should have ate. Stop trying to be cute.
Damn, really? Because I'm not. I honestly. There are times when I didn't like that, but that we're going to that next week. We can talk about yeah. So we go out. Yeah,
I didn't like it either. Like I personally don't like. I actually will probably, unless I really, really, really like you, will decline if you invite me to a big birthday dinner that's at a restaurant with people, because most of the time that's what people do. They like if it's 15 people, you split it 15 ways, but if you're someone who don't drink alcohol and there's people buying multiple drinks alone can make the bill be very high. I don't think it's fair that we should have to split that drink.
Right.
But and
that's why it was like that for me.
Yeah, and it's like, no, do you? But you can, you can do a food bill and an alcohol bill.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I didn't know that. See, now I know, because to me, I'm like, damn, like you just ordered 3 drinks. I only had. And I only had these chicken fingers and fries and a soda or some water. But you don't have like 3 wines, and then you don't have some rum over there. You don't have some lobster. I didn't even have all that. But you want me to pay for your lobster right now? If I ain't got it, I'm paying for mine. That's me. Yeah. If you want to be my friend, know that's me. If you go out to eat with me, you order a lobster, I just may not be paying for your lobster tonight because I have my own finances.
That's real.
About that splitting the bill.
That's messed up. If you
that's messed up. Well, then I'm not. Who for me will be for me.
What I'm saying is, if I'm going out with somebody, right? That's kind of like if a guy's taking you on a date, right? This is my theory, how I look at stuff when I order it. It's like if I would pay for this for myself, or I'm not, because I'm not putting it on anybody else. If I would buy this myself and pay for this myself, then I can order it. I'm not going to order it because somebody else is there and they potentially are going to pay for it. Like, that's not cool. Like, I don't like when people are like, oh, I'm going on a date with this guy, so I'm about to order 3-4 things. No, because you wouldn't order 3-4 things if it was you paying for it. So don't do that. So like, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I've done what you did. Like, I will never forget. I literally went out. It was my friend's birthday, and I literally paid $75 for a bowl of noodles because that's all I had. Like, we went to Red Lantern, and I got like some noodle dish, and I wasn't drinking, and I only had water, and it was $75. Like, when they, when it came around and everybody had to split it, I just paid the $75 because I knew that when I was going there, it was going to be split. The only thing that I did say was, I'm not paying for drinks. We need to get a different drink tab or whatever. So that's why I don't like going to people's birthday things. Like, I don't like it. And I have to really, really like love you. Like, you got to be like my girl. And I'm like, I don't care if I spend $100 on you. I'm just looking at it as like, I spent it for you. I won't think of it as like, oh, I bought somebody else's meal. Like, but yeah.
All right. So can they contact you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I don't have TikTok or any of those things.
All right.
I'm on Facebook.
So let me wrap it up with my raffle, and then we're gonna head on out of here. We did go over our time. We appreciate you guys for participating. As you all may have read, we do give out a prize to all the participants that have joined us because it's Fearless Friday. You're having a live, open, genuine, hopefully honest conversation on a live recording for people to replay and watch. So that, to me, you deserve something for that because that's a brave thing to do. It's going to be out here in the world. And like Donna came on, like, don't talk about me. There's going to be somebody that's talking about all of us, all the mess that happened tonight. But we did that. We're doing it. We did it and we're doing it. And I'm proud of y'all. So I always want to give out a gift. So the gift tonight, it's always a surprise gift. But who's on the raffle tonight? We have Donna, Demetrius, Michelle, LaQuanda, and Takara. Here we have it. I'm about to spin it, and we'll see.
Ooh, I like
spin this wheel. Oh, thank you. I only get my nails done.
I like it.
Oh, say Donna.
It did. She just spoke it into her existence. Yay, Donna. Go, Donna. Go, Donna. All right. Thank you all for joining us.
But
you know what? So,
no, I was just saying that.
What I'm going to have to do is like do a recording of all my mess ups and my interruptions with my intro and my exits, my outros, because I was just going in and Takara just like cut me off. So let's try this again.
What I say?
I was ending it.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I didn't know if my computer was slow or something.
No, I think so. Yeah. Oh. No, it's funny though. It was funny though. It was funny.
I had said it before it landed on my name.
Yeah, she predicted that too.
I was just
all right, y'all. It's Fearless Friday with Nate and Ashley. We are here live. It's 10:27 p.m. Eastern Time. We thank you all for joining. We're here every Friday at 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're speed dating for friends. Come on and join us next week. Get to know some people. Let them get to know you. Let it be on live so they can record. So they can replay it. And if they like you, they can DM you. We thank you all for joining tonight. I see you ladies another night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.